I'm back here. I just realized my thing isn't picking up my model because when my internet went out the other day, my IP address changed. And that's how this thing works. I need to find where that goes. Where is it? Where is it? It's... I thought... Streaming to PC. I'm in the settings on my phone, so it must be here. The very tippity top. It is. Show IP. Show me your... Huh? That's the correct IP. Say what? One second. Let me see if I go... Bing boink. Come back to me. What is going on? Could not connect. Noni. Noni desu. What is going on? I might have to restart my iPhone. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put another song on for you guys. Heck. Unbelievable. Alright, I got this shit fixed. I got it fixed. Except my thing reloaded with the hat on, and you guys don't deserve the hat. You haven't earned the hat. Oh, and my chair's dead. Sorry, guys. She'll be back. She'll be back again. We're just... I guess, like, we have a second internet connection that Husbanus is using for, like, his work and server stuff, but we can still use it. So I'm over on another internet connection. So that's why, like, so Chair Sama, all of her connections are on the other internet. So. Whoop. Because the power went out in my garage. Because I guess, to backtrack on that, I mean, people that follow me on Twitter already know. So I felt sick yesterday. And then I went to go take a bath because that's how I deal with feeling sick. And then the bath, like, wasn't quite filling up, and it turns out it's because it was leaking into the garage. Because it's, like, one of those jacuzzi tubs, and, like, I never really use the jacuzzi function. I always just fill it, because I like to put bubbles in it. And you can't really put bubbles and run the jets. But, yeah, so it just started leaking through the garage, and that's where our power is, and it ran through some of the sockets there. So just to keep it safe, we haven't even flipped the breaker back, because it shut itself off, clearly, you know, the way that they do. But yeah, so I'm not feeling much better, but I'm feeling good enough to stream. Like, I'm not feeling like I had like a weird headache yesterday that wasn't helping, and the headache's not here, which was like my main fucking problem. Money! Yeah, I like, if you can't think straight enough to talk, it's game over. Streaming is a pretty easy job. You know, the other things that I have problems with, like I can just kind of sit still and sit accordingly to feel better. Um, but yeah, the headache, you really can't stream through a headache. If you get a bad enough headache, like a splitting headache or, you know, you're toast. So, I got taken out. I had to leave. I was feeling like nauseous too. I did end up vomiting. So, I don't know. I'm fine now. But yeah, more water-based problems. Yeah, like I don't understand. This is being an adult. I mean, I see you guys, whenever I have a story like this, there's always someone in the chat who has something similar going on. You know, when my fridge died, other people's fridge also died. Ray Ray is happy. He's not always on chat, but I follow him on Twitter, and he's like a really chill guy. I actually still have art that he drew for me. It's so cute. But anyways, yeah, even he had a fridge die and everything. So, you know, that's just the life of an adult. It's just like right when my dad's house sold and I felt like I was going to have like less financial stress and I could like focus on getting braces and stuff. Life was like, hey, you want to take your dog to the vet? You want to take yourself to the fucking dentist? Do you want to fix property damage? Like, do you want to fix... And that's the thing, too. It's like, do you call insurance to fix this and risk your insurance going up? Probably best just to fix it yourself. The thing is, too, the tub is tiled in. So either the ceiling... I mean, the ceiling's going to have to be ripped apart, but I don't even know... The way the plumbing and the boards would run, you probably still can't reach up to the jets. You have to take that fucking tub out. So now I can never use my tub again until I get that fixed, which is going to be fucking expensive. I'll do a lot of it myself. Like I can take tiles off and stuff, and but you know, just getting that tub up and out of the house and everything, that's going to be expensive. And getting a new tub. And like, do I bother with the jets? Probably not. I'd rather just have a big fucking tub. I don't need jets. I never use them because again, you can't really use them if you use bubbles, but I would still get stuck like servicing them. You know, like every once in a while you want to just like fill the tub with water and like vinegar and like kind of run it through just to keep it clean. And I was like, it's just like a pain in the ass, really. Like I keep having to clean it for like to try and keep mold out of a system I never fucking use. So like I wouldn't mind just a tub going in, which would make it cheaper. But yeah, water damages are the worst. It ruins everything. Yeah, the ceiling needs to be ripped out and put back. I mean, you know, doing drywall isn't really the most expensive, and it's pretty easy. It's just, like, not what you want to do. And I guess it's not really that easy, because in a garage, there's, like, the garage doors, like, they open, and then they have the track that goes across the ceiling. So, like, oh my god. Fuck that. It would be nice just to pay someone to do it, but I feel like I'm good at doing drywall. I'll probably end up doing it. Maybe my father-in-law will come over, or Husbanus and I could do it together. But I did hear about Chuck Norris. It was the first thing I saw when I woke up. I woke up because I slept in, because I was a bit sick. I even, like, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was waking up and puking a bit. But yeah, I woke up. It was the first article when I swiped on my phone to see the articles that he passed away at the age of 86. I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't think he could die. And that was the same thing my husband said. I woke up and I was like, Chuck Norris passed away. And he was like, I didn't even think that was possible. I was like, right? Hi, Welder Zach Rolick. But yeah, so anyways, that's just the woes of being an adult. You know, it happens to everyone. I just wish it would stop, like, could I have like a couple weeks between each event? Like, I'm getting fed up. My limit. I just, like, I don't know. I was in like a really weird depressed state. You know, I had like a rough weekend a couple weeks ago, and I came to this like agreement with myself that like I was being stupid again. And it was just like, you know, I just need to get some shit done. And I started just like, I don't know, I started just getting some more stuff done around the house that I hadn't really been doing because I've been feeling depressed. And then I got sick, and now there's all these other things that I need to do that are getting in the way of the things that I was like I wanted to put like cupboards and like redo my my laundry room. My laundry room is just like a washer and a dryer, and they like, it's just an empty room. There's no tables, there's no nothing. And I was like, we have a cabinet from another room that we took down, so I was gonna like put that up and like maybe do some just like some shelves that go across, like nothing fancy. Like I could do it fancier in the future, But, you know, like now, if do you do that or should you fucking fix the thing that's like actually fucking broken? You know, that's being an adult. Whatever. Don't be depressed. You're doing better than Chuck Norris. I don't choose to be depressed. It's just the way my brain is. Like, you know. I wonder if this is like inherited too, because like there's been people in my family that have been like this.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it falls. I like to see you wiggle
Whoa!
wiggle, for sure.
Big dollars. The 20. With the 20. Where was that? I have to check my back ends. It's either Stream Elements or Ko-fi. So I'm gonna assume it's Stream Elements. Boop, 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 boop. Take this money. Okay. I took it. I took it and I will put it in my back pocket. Also, Shankatsu with the 50 P's. Good morning, my biggas. Good morning. It's good. I'm fine, though. You know, that's just like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So I do laugh. I'm like, what are the fucking odds? Like, I'm one away from a bingo at this point, is what I've been telling people. Because it was just like, I got sick, tried to sit in a tub leaked, fridge just died the other day, and my dog, I literally thought he was dying at one point. Like, I was like crying over him. He's fine now. You know what I mean? So, like, that's like 4 different events. So, one more event and I get bingo. Unless I'm over a free space right now, which would be preferable. I don't actually want another one. Didn't go without a fight. The Reaper got a black eye. That right? He took over the Reaper's job. That's what someone said in my comment section. I posted to Twitter about it. Man, though. It's like... There is some people that you just don't think would die. And Chuck Norris is 100% one of them. Like, what? Like, the mechanic that fixed up Husbanus's car actually knew Chuck Norris, like, personally. So that's pretty crazy. Damn. He was 86, though. But yeah, he was actually good at martial arts. Like, didn't he have like it was like over 180 wins to like 10 losses. Like, you know, he always played like this goofy character, but he actually was that character. I think some people didn't really know that about him. Like, a lot of people kind of seem to think he's just a meme, but he actually did have like numbers under him. You know? God decided he needed some badassery in heaven, right? He had just such a good sense of humor that he could like make fun of himself. But I also, dude, my family always watched the Walker Texas Ranger. It was always on in my house. So like, I don't know. It's like a part of the family died. He was the real deal. But like he was so aloof and jokey about it that like you would almost think that he wasn't serious and he was just like, I don't know, like faking it, but he wasn't. Like, he was just like such a silly, like down to earth guy. And like, I miss that. I miss that characteristic people could have where they could like laugh at themselves or like make jokes at their own expense and still be just like super jubilant and happy and like, because they know it's not true. Like, they don't fucking care. They know their own achievements. They know some people do, and they don't care if they're going to be like silly for the rest of it. Something about that. I don't know. Chuck Norris is the GOAT in old Bruce Lee movies. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't he in The Way of the Dragon? I'm usually so terrible with names. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry if I get these things wrong. Was it The Way of the Dragon? You guys are going to have to walk your fucking granny anus through this one as we reminisce. That one was a good movie. If I can remember the name of something, I think because also it had the name dragon in it. That's something that helps me. I like dragons. Oh my God. Your mother still watches Walker Texas Ranger when it's on? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Bruce Lee stole his chest hair. Holy crap. Right? As a Harry, I don't remember that scene. It's been many years since I've seen it. I went through, when I was a kid, I loved karate movies. There was like an era of my life where I was like obsessed with karate movies because like there was this one that we had on VHS that started it, and it was so poorly dubbed, but yet there was so much action and almost like brutality too. What was that one? There was like a weird spinning disc. They got into like some machine that was like a a stone machine at one point, and they were like spinning it. Was it? That's such a bad description, but I just remember it being like really gruesome, and it had like some weird sci-fi elements to it. My avatar used to be Colt walking out of the airplane from Way of the Dragon. Hell yeah. It was spinning stone. Like, what is that? No. What was that movie? I don't know why that just came back to me, but after that, and you'd think I would remember that one, but I remember I didn't. There were some like gruesome parts to that movie, and I preferred the sillier ones that I was finding with like Jackie Chan and stuff in them, and Bruce Lee, you know. What movie was that? It was like kids karate against evil and sci-fi themes, stone machine, old dubbed movie. Not Mortal Kombat. I did watch Mortal Kombat though. That also, there's a Mortal Kombat that has my boy, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I need to remember. I bet my brother will remember the name of that movie. Like, I want to say, like, I'm so racist because the only thing that I can think of is Karate Kid, and it's not Karate Kid. It was like, I'm trying to remember. It was like a troupe. There was a bunch of kids involved in this. There was like kids. There was like an evil villain. It was dubbed. It was so clearly dubbed. The voices were like off. I remember really liking that. I thought it was so funny. A cement mixer? Hope you've seen Time Cop, Nyannis. I have. Drunken Master was a classic. Jackie Chan movies were always fun. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Of course, like, Rush Hour 1 and 2 were great, too. But, they're, like, you know, obviously they've done more serious movies than that. I mean, those are still fucking amazing. Damn. I still can't believe Chuck Norris is dead, though. That's nutty. It was so sudden. It was just like he was hospitalized and now he's gone. So sad. I mean, 86 is a good age, but still. Some people, it's just like you don't think of them as ever dying. The Foot Fist Way. 3 Ninjas. I wonder if it's 3 Ninjas. 1994 seems too... This has to have been, like, from the... Like, a part of me thinks the color was pretty poor in the film. I'm guessing it was made somewhere between the 70s and 80s. Just based on what the film was like. How... Kung Fu Kids. Is this it? No, this one looks too lighthearted. Like the one I watched, I don't know why my parents would let me watch some of the things I watched. I'm pretty sure it gave me nightmares. I watched it pretty young. I must have been about 7. It wasn't very lighthearted, the one that I saw. I'm gonna have to go to fucking Twitter, and I'm gonna go to Grok. I'm gonna ask this fucker if he can figure it out. I can't remember the name of a movie with... it was a karate movie dubbed poorly but dealt with gruesome themes. Kids were there and the enemy made some sort of spinning stone machine. Figure it out. Figured out AI or I'll delete you. My parents didn't care either. They would play horror movies when I was chilling in the living room with them at like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. Yeah, some parents just did not care. Keith Richards will never die. No, this was dubbed. I saw Aliens in the thing at 8 and it fucked me up for a good while. Yeah, I could see that. What's up, Mechanical Mac? We're just reminiscing, I suppose. Just trying to think of other things about Chuck Norris. Heck. Holy moly, with the gifted subs on Twitch. Holy crap, thank you. Holy crap. That's a lot. You just show up and then you follow? What a gangster. Thank you. We were just reminiscing on Chuck Norris. And I was trying to rack my brain for other things about him. And I was also trying to remember this dang movie. The Seventh Curse. Is this it? No. No, it's not it. Wow. I'll never figure it out. He just got to win the gulag. He'll be back. Right? That's like so many people are like, he's just taken over for death, or like he'll be taken over for Peter at the pearly gates. It just doesn't, he doesn't die. He's not supposed to die. It makes me want to rewatch Walker, Texas Ranger. I remember part of that being pretty corny, but at the same time, like, such a good memory. It's been a long time. Like, that was like, fuck. I must have been like a child. Like a wee babe. I was born in 92. And I'm pretty sure that thing went till 2000 or so. I could always fucking Google it. I could Google it instead of this Chinese, like, or Japanese movie that I can't fucking remember the name of. Just vague imagery in my head, and I remember being afraid of it. And they had a spinning stone machine. Walker, Texas Ranger. Where did it? Final episode was the 2001. And the first episode was May 21st, 1993. Oh my goodness. So like I definitely was watching like rewatch or reruns the whole time, if that's the case. I had no idea. Wow. It's funny when you're a kid, you just assume everything is coming out as you're watching it, but then you realize like later on in life that like, yeah, no, things existed before you. Is that just me or what? Chuck Norris always was and always is. Amen. Amen. Is that what getting old feels like? Watching all your favorite childhood actors pass away? I think so. I can't believe it. Damn. Damn. Life is short, man. That's again why I always bring up, like, don't be a jackass to people online if it doesn't benefit you. Although like everyone here is pretty normal, and you're usually just getting attacked by the people who like choose to be miserable, and it's just like I wish I could reason with them and be like, you're gonna die one day. You really want to spend like 20 minutes a day like going after a specific VTuber? And like I bet 20 minutes is like a underestimate. You know, like as much as it was funny when they called us chuds, like I was on the chud list. The first thing I don't know why, everything to me is time oriented. I lost my grandmother young and I found her. Or do I just like analytical stuff? I don't know what it is, but things just get broken down to hours for me when I see something. And I opened up that Google sheet and I was like, oh my God, this is like 40 plus hours of work. Because like, he went and he found all these people, and like the majority, like not the majority, but like a lot of people had multiple links placed, and just like going around and clicking and gathering all of that. Holy fucking crap. Holy fucking crap. Have some respect for your own life. You know, your time would have been better spent sitting down and like indulging in a good book, you know, or Imagine instead of like going after people online for a differing opinion, they like opened up a fucking history book, a little, you know, and they could learn a little bit instead. I'm a bit of a dick online. Yeah, but like you don't. It's okay to be abrasive online in comments you were gonna make anyways, but like going out of your way to like find and stalk a user and harass them and constantly bring their names up and everything, you know, like I might bring up some names pretty repetitively in stream, but like I don't really like go after them. Like I don't like I don't know if like one of their tweets show up, I might retweet it and make fun of it, but I don't like search. I don't ever actually like look Miskiff up. I don't really look Hassan up. Like I don't care that much. Like I want to critique them when I see them say dumb shit or they're abusive or violent, but like I'm not going to go to their chats and do anything. Like I'm not going to go to their page and look at their every update and look for a hole. Like no. I got too much shit to do. Yeah, I ain't got no time for that. That's what I mean. Like, it's that type of mentality. The one where they, like, it's like they spend more time doing this than, like, something that they might do to, like, enjoy, I don't know, enjoy themselves. The Attack of the Chuds. Do you have a lurk command? What would having a lurk command do? This is going to make me seem, I don't have any commands. Because I'm a noob. Even though I've been doing this for almost a year, I need to get my shit together. Learning that these people don't learn. I know, they're like toddlers, but everyone can learn. You know, I do believe that to some degree. You know, unless you are not handed the same bag of tools as everyone else, if you're scrambled upstairs, you're a different story. But I'm talking about people with regular functioning brains. Everyone can learn, you know, if you have the right wiring, and most people do. It's a smaller subset of the population that's like legitimately crazy. Like, there's always, like, just statistically less of them. But, like, normal people should be able to learn. And my conspiracy theory is that the reason why they don't learn is because they're all pilled up by design. It's all a psyop. I feel like I've become so conspiratorial in my old age. I'm in my 30s, but I talk about myself like I'm on death's door. I've dedicated myself to being a donut-obsessed weirdo. Life well spent. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty wholesome. That's pretty wholesome. C.S. Walker, I wouldn't even know those people existed if streamers I watched didn't mention them. And that's why I tried to, like, not talk about them too much, unless they do something extremely stupid. You know, then I have to. But other than that, like, I think, like, Niara got me the other week because he said, what did he say? You're next or something, and I was like, this corny as fuck. But even then, I try to make a point of like blocking out the @ like, you know, we got to stop upholding these weirdos. Let them just go back into the shadows. You're finally seeing the patterns, Nyanus. Once you start, you can't stop, right? Because it just feels, even the new trans movement feels like a psyop to get people mad at each other. And I've said this a few times now, because it's like, people that I've interacted with in real life, it's like, I don't know. Like, I knew a girl that got top surgery and, like, identifies as a dude now. And they had to pay for it out of their own pocket. This was, like, back when, like, Canada didn't even cover that shit. And, like, you wouldn't know. And, like, that didn't matter. Because, like, to them, it wasn't about making it everyone else's problem. It was something that they wanted for themselves to be more comfortable in their day-to-day. They were actually, like, really shy about it. Like they would only talk to their friends in like hushed tones, and then like no one else would really know, and it's like no one else needed to know. And it's like not because it was like a shameful thing, it was just because they didn't want people to know, because then if anything, once people know, they'll treat you differently. They weren't looking to be treated differently. They just wanted to go about their day as a dude and be like, they just didn't like, yeah, I could see if you live in a city and you don't want to be catcalled and you're just one of those like androgynous people that don't really want to be in a relationship, then like do what you want with your life. You know, it's like if you have like fat knockers and you know you never want to be in a relationship, like, you know, she was like in her 20s when I guess now he, you know, when they made the decision, they seem happy, so like fuck. But like it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. Like it wasn't like everyone needs to know, and everyone doesn't need to know. Like I don't know why everyone, I mean, I've talked about my bird online. I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite here, but like people overshare. And somehow, yeah, it's also being a victim. That's like people, if people went in for facial surgery and they're like, I'm a victim of having been ugly my whole life. And for this, I think the government should pay for my nose job and my boob job. You know? It doesn't work for, as they say, cis people or biological male and female. Like, you don't get in and you don't get to go in and get your, you know, surgery for free. I thought Chuck would have lived to at least 100. Same. Same. He seemed so healthy. He seems so healthy. There was even like I remember like there was articles recently when he was in his 80s about like how healthy he was. And my mechanic, the mechanic that worked on Husbanus's car, I say my mechanic like I have like a fucking slated mechanic. Like Husbanus has had his MR2 worked on, and the mechanic that we went with actually was like friends with Chuck Norris. So I wonder how he's doing. Pretty crazy. I am a victim of ugly. Hi, I am a victim of ugly. I would like to have this for free. I saw something going around the other week where they're like, it's happening. They're killing us. And all it was that they were no longer going to cover the surgeries under Medicaid. Like, that's it. Like, no, you can still get the surgery and everything. It's just not going to be covered. Because, again, you're opening up a cat of, like, it's not necessarily that, you know, people care and don't want you to be trans or something. I mean, yeah, obviously there's a subset that feel that way, but it's more just like, if you're going to pay for this, we have to pay for other things. And at that point, like, that's not really worth it. Because again, like, I would argue that body dysphoria happens to everyone. Everyone who gets some sort of surgery, those people who get leg extension surgery, people who get breast augmentation, butt augmentation, nose jobs. You know, there's ones where they like hollow out the fucking cheeks. There's your jawline, you know. Then all of those people technically have body dysmorphia and they need our money too. And it's like at that point, no, you can't, because then you're going to have even more people who wouldn't have done it previously signing up for fucking reconstructive surgery. Like, it's crazy. They make Fent coffee. Hey ho, hi ho, hey ho. I just drink coffee with some. You want a bionic dick? Dude, that'd be sick. That'd be really scary, though, to have someone, like, operate on your dick to make it bionic. Yeah, guys commonly have issues with height, musculature, D size, etc. Yeah, no, and exactly, like, you know, men will get self-conscious over their jawline, you know, because, and then you'll have people that, like, hide their jawline with a giant puffy beard because they think they have, like, a weak jaw or a weak chin. Yeah, men suffer with penis size, you know, and yeah, some men can't really gain muscle, like others can't, and yeah, and women also have, you know, there's different standards, like there's preferential nose shapes and jaw lines, and you know, boob size, butt, legs, you know, there's always something. There's always something. Good morning, Nyanus. What blend of coffee am I having today? I'm having the same old that I have. Once in a while, I'll branch out and get like a random bag of coffee beans, but I just get the Lavazzo. I get a giant bag of Lavazzo, and it lasts us a little bit over a month. And it's about like $16 for the bag, although I think it's gone up a little bit. Still, $20 for a month and a bit of coffee for Husbanus and I. Not bad. It's just the Lavazzo espresso blend, and then all I do is add some cream to it. And I have an espresso machine, so I do the espresso, and then I just add hot water, and I just make it an Americano, and I add cream. And that is my coffee. Sometimes I steam the milk, and I just put it in the espresso, but, eh. Great, now she said it, now we're all going to get peen ads. I've seen some of those on YouTube. They're so bad. Nyanus just opted for the no-nose option. It's true. I don't know. I think anime characters look cuter without a nose. A big eyes, little nose. Me. I'd like to get rid of my fingerprints with prosthetic skin over my fingertips. Shit. Girl, you have taste. Do I? I'm horrible at saying hi to streamer. Hi. Hey, Duke, don't worry about that. Although I'm not gonna lie, when I watch people stream, I'm usually a lurker. For the longest time, I was lurking in this one girl's stream when I was still working. I was lurking in her stream for like a year before I finally said something. And now we're like best friends. So like, I don't know, like we're long distance. We've never seen each other, but like we still text one another once in a while. Although I could be better at it because sometimes I forget to text people, but I apologized to her and I like let her know I'm like, it's me, not you. My brain just doesn't think of my phone. My brain, like, I have to make a concerted effort to like pull it to me and message people. I have to like be like, oh, I should do that. Some people spend that much for 1 day of coffee, which is also 100 gram of sugar and 1,000 calories in it. Yeah, Starbucks. I am so cheap. I am so cheap. I am like, I don't know, man. I can go cheaper yet. You know, I tell Husbanus this all the time. I'm like, if we need to save money, I can go even cheaper. Like, I can do it. I'll buy even less at the grocery store. We don't need solid cheese and all these other fancy things. Nines has risen your Oshis. I don't like to. And now, especially now that my name, people start to recognize it. Like yesterday, I couldn't sleep because I was feeling sick and I ended up vomiting. So whatever. And what I started drinking beer too, which is probably not the best, but like I was getting fed up. Like everything hurt. And I was like, whatever. I don't think it was the beer that made me puke though, because it wasn't even, it was pretty later after the beer had already settled that I ended up, it was like 4 a.m. I got sick. But yeah. You drink Lavazza now because of you. It's great and about $10 a pound. No, it's like for the price, it's actually amazing. I used to get my beans from a roastery. There was this really great roastery near Oakville in Ontario, and I would go to that and just pick it up. It was so worth it. And on the way, it was on the way to like this giant dog park. So I'd make it like a 2 for 1 day. I'd drive out there, grab my beans, and then go to the dog park. And like for not being freshly roasted beans and like a company, like this ain't bad for the price, especially. It's way better than Starbucks beans, and Starbucks beans are so expensive. You'd have to pay like double or triple the price to get the same size Starbucks bag. Beer, a classic cure for nausea. I don't know if it was nausea or more just being like fed up with life. I live on shitty gas station coffee. I refuse to buy a thermos. Do it. Buy a thermos. Get cheap. But at the same time, if you can afford it and you're not in debt and that's something you want to do, I don't actually care. It's only when people are in debt. Like the one guy that like scammed my dad out of $10,000 for an electric scooter, which I still need to take to court. Like he's always at the Tim Hortons. And it's like, oh, I don't have the money to pay you back. I'm like, if you have money for fucking Tim Hortons, can you start like filtering like 20, $50 at a time into my account? Didn't think so. So when are the Iranian hackers going to drop all they have on USA Secrets? Because they don't have anything. They don't have anything. Dude, I'm so team USA. Like Husbanus works on secret stuff and I'm like, don't even show me that stuff. You can't leave it. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm all for it. Go Team USA. I don't agree that Israel pulled us in, but now that we're here, we're going to fuck shit up because we need to do this. Get it over with. Bring gas prices back down. You know, settle the stock market. I have faith. I have faith. And dude, all I will say, and I think this is fine because it's basically what they report on. Iran does have a lot of fucking weaponry. A lot of fucking weaponry. That has been basically like I already considered that was the case because like that's what these fucking countries do. The reason why the citizens look so impoverished is because they're taking all of the money. Dude, they have huge oil reserves. You don't think they're making bank off that shit? And they just put it all into their nuclear program. You know? Is it shocking that the same regime that like kills their own citizens for protesting also uses the money that could go towards helping those citizens for themselves? It's not really that, you know. So it's like, fuck. I think we were going to have to do it eventually, with or without, you know, Israel. But obviously Israel had the call here. So you can feel, again, like I don't agree with that. But, I mean, it is what it is now. I'm not someone that gives up, but I do agree that like if something is the way it is, like you can't stress yourself out to like outrageous levels because the only thing that you're going to do is take away from your own life. Like you're going to take away in terms of stress, you know, and stress can be a killer, but it's also going to take away time. Like it's just not worth it. You know, you got to like once a problem starts, you have to. What is Husband yelling about up there? Like once a problem starts, like, you know, you got to just like see it through. Agreed, this has been an unresolved for decades. It has been undertaken earlier. They would have as many ballistic missiles. Yeah. Like, why does India and Pakistan have nuclear programs? Well, India would likely have a nuclear program to make sure that they're safe if Iran ever tried to do anything. Because Iran has a lot. And look at this. Iran hung the protester, Saleh Mohammadi. He was like an 18-year-old boxer. And what basically the story is here is like those, we heard like a month or two ago, they were having those protests where like about 7,000 citizens were shot or killed or injured from like their own police. So it was like reported on that this guy potentially killed a police officer, although there isn't really any evidence. It's like when they first pulled him in, they got him to confess and say he did. And then he walked it back in court, and then they hung him anyways. So like this is the type of regime that, like, is it really shocking if they can do this to like a young athlete that like represents their country on the world stage? Of course they don't give a fuck about their own people. They just want the money. Like it's like actual demons have like taken over that country who only want to like suck the materials dry for their own means, you know? And for whatever reason, they're like super hostile. It's so weird. Did India have a nuclear sub that sank because they left the hatch open when it was submerged? Oh my fucking God. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. That sounds like a story. That sounds like a story that came out of India. It's still like it's not necessarily impressive. It's concerning how many people still stand close to trains in India, and that's like one of the, you know, I wouldn't say top leading cause of death, but one of the prevalent causes of death is getting hit by a train. I feel demons have taken over most of the countries at this point. Yep, I agree. Yeah, publicly executed this kid. Crazy. And again, too, like, he was probably acting like any person, like, he's like a strong young man. Like, if there's peaceful protests and people are getting shot, like, he did, like, the right thing from, I would say, anyone's perspective. Like, to go out and try and help the people that are in need of help, you know, your fellow citizens under, like, this fucking crooked regime. And what did he get for it? Instead of being celebrated for, like, the hero he was, like, he's hung. Like, it's crazy. If you decide to stand in front of a train, you shouldn't reproduce. Well, good news, Perminator, that if you stand in front of a train, you won't be able to reproduce. Yep, Chuck Norris has passed away. It's funny how that's what everyone says when they come in the chat. We talked about that at the beginning, but yes. We can talk about it again. I just didn't want to talk about Chuck Norris all day long. It's crazy. Like, it doesn't feel real. I woke up, it was the first thing I saw. Because I slept in. Because I was feeling like poop. And I slept in and I rolled over. And, like, the first thing I do is I usually just check out the little news stories when you swipe over. And that was the first news story. And it was like, I was like, I'm still sleeping, right? This isn't real. Yeah, I'm going to have to, like, call my dad and talk about that. Because we used to watch that movie all the time. My dad loves country stuff. You know? So, that was, like, one of his... Like, my dad's favorite shows when I was growing up, it would be, like, Xena. Like, shows that, like, he made a point that he wanted to watch. Often, he wouldn't really bother watching TV at all. But Xena, Warrior Princess, Walker Texas Ranger, Dukes of Hazzard. Those are, like, the three I remember that he would, like, make a point to sit down and watch. Yeah, dude, I got super Canadian there. Even I heard it. I was like, holy fuck, that was egregious. There was no U in the word whatsoever. It was oot. Holy shit. Texan as a Texan can be. He did watch Hercules too, but I mean, I think my mom enjoyed Hercules and my dad enjoyed Xena. Yeah, it was the back to back. I remember that. So like my mom would be excited for Hercules and my dad would be excited for Xena. Ah, amazing. I'm glad my parents like weren't like weird, you know? There's so many like weird girls and stuff that are like strangely jealous and you're not allowed to enjoy things. Like I like that my parents were normal. Even though they were in a relationship and they like never cheated on each other. Like they're Catholics, like they were but like, you know, they still could joke like that. And it also, I guess too, like I don't know, like before my mom got put on pills, like up to 2001, and that would make sense that Walker Texas Ranger ended it around there. You know, and I know repeats would have still been going, but like it feels like it's slotted into the good memories of childhood. I think my best years were up until about 2001, and the rest of my childhood is like I'm an adult. I grew up, you know? But like that section when I still had like my loving mom and everything, like shit was banging. Shit was banging. Did I watch Supernatural? I did watch Supernatural, but I never finished it. They started losing me at some season. I watched Supernatural. I must have at least watched like the first couple seasons. I remember there's like Angels that came in at some point. I was still watching then. And then what was it? Like the devil was gonna come out if Sam didn't do something, and I stopped watching at some point. And it was one of those things where like I didn't quite mean to stop watching, but I got really busy with school and life. Like college took a lot of life out of me. Like cuz I was either at college or I was at McDonald's working or I was drawing furry art for money. I would watch stuff while I did furry art. But it was one of those things that I just never went back and finished. And I don't know, it kind of got I liked it when they were just like, it didn't have to have this big overarching like save the world thing. I kind of liked it when they were just going around and like finding random demons and ghosts and dealing with it like some weird Ghostbusters. Oh, Buffy. Buffy was a good show. One of the handful of people on Earth who never watched an episode of Supernatural. I think for anyone who had basic cable, you had limited options. Like, I'm pretty sure most of my life there was like 40 channels to choose from. And like, within those 40 channels, there'd be like at least 5 or 6 that like repeat, you know? So, there was only so much on. The demon and angel parts got really boring. Yeah, it kind of got like, it was kind of like, I don't know. It was weird because the show was never like that. The show was very just like, I don't know. It kind of like Detective Conan type, like the every episode they would find some sort of demon or haunting and deal with it. I kind of just liked that setup. And then they could have just ended it. When they brought in all these like overarching themes and like like something is like Sam was like somehow the son of a devil or something, and I was like, this is like, I know they were always trying to find the demon that killed their dad, but, like, I just feel like it didn't have to be so heaven versus hell. Like, it felt really goofy towards some parts, and I remember I kept watching it just because other people in my family were watching it. But yeah, even, I don't know, got less interesting. Firefly was peak. I remember hearing that the director of Buffy couldn't stand the actress. That's so funny. It was like X-Files, but with demons. Yeah, like I think that's, I don't know why I didn't use that as an example. That's exactly what it's like. Oh my god, my fucking everything hurts though. This is terrible. This is just terrible. Oh my god, the submarine story was true. You've posted it. Oh yeah, and I guess we should go over, I just talked about it, but this is an article going over it. Let's go over Chuck Norris as well. But let's look at this first. Someone left a hatch open and crippled India's $2.9 billion submarine. Lord. They introduced Egyptian gods at one point. Lord. Hey, Nainus, did you hear Chuck Norris passed away? I did. Scully is still my hall pass. Scully was hot. Yeah, 100%. She was so cute, too. I love that actress. her bob and everything, and she's like so fun. I don't know. Because there was those odd episodes where they would just be kind of goofy and irreverent. Like, I don't know. I thought she was a really great actress. Gillian Anderson, is that her name? India's first ballistic missile submarine was out of commission for 10 months after someone neglected to properly close a hatch. Amazing. The nuclear-powered submarine, the INS Aaron Hant, was flooded with salt water, necessitating nearly a year's worth of repairs. Oh my god. Atlas, don't be like that. Oh! Oh, ow. Everything hurts. Ow. Make it stop. Trying to move. Gillian Anderson only gets hotter as she ages. Yeah, how is she still hot? Like, they came back and made, like, a little extra season of the X-Files. That was alright. It wasn't amazing, but it was decent. I watched it. And she still looks great. Crazy. Like a fine wine. I don't know actors and actresses' names. I was watching Cecil and Anna last night, and it always impresses me when people can like go back and forth and like talk about all these movies they've seen and remember everything down to like the actors and actresses' names and like things that might be going on in their life at the time. I was like, I just don't. Just my brain just does not pick up on that stuff. I'll watch movies, people will say actors and actresses' names, and it just like in one ear and out the other. It's not something my brain holds on to. Wow. Same, I'm bad with that. Yes, some people's brains are just not meant to hold names. I don't know. It's just, I'm interested in it. I love when I hear people talk about it. You know, I was enjoying the stream last night with Anna and Cecil there, the Jack show that they were doing. It's just not my strength. There were human episodes where the monster got bit by a human. It's one of my favorite episodes. The Were Human episode. One of my favorite episodes of X-Files, and it's probably many people's, it's like the Bigfoot episode, and then there's like that drawing of Bigfoot, and it's all fucking shitty. He's like walking, I don't know, and he's got titties. Amazing. What an amazing show. Scrubs was funny. I watched Scrubs. I didn't like back to back. I didn't watch like repeats of it or anything, but I did watch it. It was a good little goofy show to put on. They're rebooting the X-Files. I know, but they're doing it with like different cast. Wow, that's crazy though. To sync or to fuck up a sub that expensive. 1 second. Ugh, I need to go to the washroom. I'm gonna be right back in like a second here.
Money! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Don't be a woman, all right? It's not worth it. Oh my god. She took some catnip. I did not. I leave for a second and she had an aneurysm. No, I'm back. I needed to like move around. I needed to move around. I'm in agony. There's like nothing I can do about it though. So I was just talking about this the other day, how like as a toddler, when you're in agony or in pain, you could just cry. And as an adult, you just have to be like, oh, this sucks. And that's it. So it did happen. They did actually go and bring their submarine underwater without closing the hatch. India. Oh, India. Oh, India. So what is the deal here? Chuck Norris dies at 86 after sudden hospitalization. It's got to have been like a heart attack or something. Chuck Norris's family has announced his sudden passing, sharing a heartfelt message on Instagram that described the beloved actor and martial artist icon as a man of deep faith, devotion, and kindness. The statement said Norris died peacefully yesterday morning, surrounded by loved ones. He died at 86 yesterday morning after being hospitalized within the last 24 hours on Kauai. Kauai? Why don't I know how to say all the islands for Hawaii? Kauai? Do not submerge, Sar. He, Ninus, next time you leave, can we get a Chuck Norris compilation? I dread to imagine the Libstards' response to his passing. I mean, why would they care? The Norris family confirmed his death on personal Instagram in a post, calling it a sudden passing. They said that he was at peace with the family at the time. Sources previously said that he was alert, joking, and recovering well. He had been training as recently as Wednesday, March 18th, maintaining the fitness regime he followed throughout his life. Earlier this month, he celebrated his birthday with a video showing him boxing with a sparring partner. Damn, it must have been a heart attack. That sounds like a heart attack, doesn't it? That's what happened to my mom. She had a heart attack. She went to the hospital. She seemed to be recovering well. And then she passed. It was the same thing. Again, I could be wrong, but that's usually... It's like Hawaii, but ku at the front, so Kauai. All right, cool. His filmography spans more than 5 decades, including cult classics such as The Way of the Dragon, Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, Invasion of USA, and The Delta Force. Norris's return to the big screen in Expendables 2 introduced him to a new generation of fans. Damn. Of course, and Walker, Texas Ranger. Hello. Wow, though. It's just like, that doesn't feel real. Doesn't feel real. Your dad had his heart attack while driving. Not a good combo. Chuck was an Oakland Republican, so he clearly is the devil to them. See, this is the thing, too. Like, I just can't even imagine, like, I don't really even remember all actors, like, names and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine, like, thinking about what their politics are, so I tell myself whether I dislike them or like them, you know? Keeping up to date with their personal life so much that you know their politics and that does something for you. That's so weird. I didn't even consider that. To me, again, I'm apparently too normal. I ain't got time. I met him when he was buying groceries at Whole Foods. That's cool. Yeah, he was apparently like a really cool, down-to-earth guy. Pretty normal, even though he was like super wealthy and famous. They're definitely going to be celebrating this. It's so weird. It's going to be a frustrating next few days. I mean, where are they going to be celebrating it, though? I'm literally like, how would you even... Part of it is like, don't go looking for stuff that's going to upset you. Or like, I don't know, if someone is mocking to death, like really what you should do is just like not retweet it. But it always gets retweeted and clipped and... Let me see. I type in Chuck Norris and I go to latest. Everyone seems to be pretty sad. R.I.P. Chuck Norris has a diary. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. That's so funny. Chuck Norris never flushed the toilet. He just looked into the bowl and scared the shit out of it. Classic. He was in Crime Boss Rockay City. Was he? People were swarming around them, but he was sure about it and understood all the excitement. Oh, of course. Need to go make some money, so gotta go drop. Catch you later, nerds. See you later, size 0. Have fun being an adult. Meowdy, everyone. Meowdy. Chuck Norris just went to heaven to prove that he could kick St. Michael's ass. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. Man. If anything, this is the worst post I've seen. Why would you bring yourself into this, Netanyahu? Why did you have to sully his name like this? God damn it. This is the worst post yet. Chuck Norris once sat down his dad to have the talk. Jesus. Man, yeah, Chuck Norris jokes are so good. They'll never go away. They'll never go away. It's like some solace that, like, Chuck Norris will live on forever. Don't you have oil fields to bomb, BB? Go home. Chuck Norris' tears would cure cancer. If he could cry. It's true. Well, I guess, look at the... so far, I've only seen positive things. -1. Chuck Norris doesn't die. He transitions to the other realm. I just found out Chuck Norris died and Netanyahu is the first guy to tell me. That's unfortunate. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. He never cut his grass. He stared it down and dared it to grow. Shit. What interactions does Ben Net get on that? That's a good question. It's an hour old. How old are you? I'm 11. When I was your age, I was already 12. Fuck. That's so funny. His Christian faith was more important than anything. Of course, you will fail to note this. Christ is king. Yikes. Get fucking slam dunked. Oops. Weird AI. Weird. How can I make it about me? That is exactly it. Jeez. So, most people aren't even calling it out. Ah! Chuck looking down upon this tweet from heaven now. He is appalled. Chuck Norris visited Japan twice in 1945. Some other people took credit. What? Oops, this is the wrong button. Haha. We already knew the Cure to the common cold is Chuck Norris's tears. Unfortunately, he doesn't cry. Yeah, I read someone said that he could have cured cancer, but he doesn't cry. I have some old leather Chuck training gloves from the 90s. Didn't he also have like some sort of nutrient supplement line? Big cat. Big cat. I'm huge. Huge. Is this what you guys are into? Are you guys into giants? I'll stop. Just wanted to show you guys how fast I could be. Def got into the catnip. I just feel like being silly. I just feel like being silly. I don't really know what I want to talk about today either. I just feel like I have to go live. I have to go live. There's no time to be sick. There's no time. There's no time for this. I can't. I don't have the time to be sick. I thought this was interesting looking. Cherry and Virgin, a new official anime trailer. I don't usually... love things are not usually my go-to genre, but this actually looks so interesting. I'm probably going to see it. I'm probably going to watch it. Because it's got such a unique style. It's like two different authors that fall in love is what I'm assuming. And they both get drawn and exist in the style that their manga or anime would be in. It's so cute. I don't know, man. I love when anime mixes styles like this. I like when things just like fresh and unique. I really liked the Spider-Verse, the even though it was the Miles Spider-Man or whatever, I really enjoyed those animated movies. They're just gorgeous. They're just gorgeous to look at. And they're so different. I like when people do something different. It didn't look like all of these DreamWorks and Disney, they're all kind of doing the same thing. You don't even really know who's creating what cartoon anymore or what animation because they all kind of look the same. Nothing's unique anymore. So I don't know. I like that this is so fresh. It's so fresh and so clean. So fresh. So clean. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I don't really watch slice of life animes. I don't know. I thought Puss in Boots was really cool. They mixed in some low frame rate stuff without it feeling off. Rare DreamWorks win. It's true. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't looked at my super chats. It's true. It's true. I have been yapping. Yapping. Oh yeah, look, I missed so many. Fear of Female to 2, thank you. In your Star Trek hands. Live long and prosper. Anxiety with the 2. By the way, everyone voted that you're definitely a cleric. I'm a cleric. Member for 7 months, Slated Dragon or Femtanga. Good morning, cat lady. Is Chair Sama still dead? She's dead again, yes. Jericho Graham with the 2. It's funny Gundo said the same thing. Said the same thing about what? This was a while ago now. Anxiety with the 2. I don't think she can hear her donos. No hat goal. There is no hat goal today. You're right. I'm cheaping out. Or am I don't know. I feel guilty taking money all the time. I can't run goals all the time. I don't know, man. I feel guilty. I feel guilty having a goal every day. That's like, again, because like, it's just like, people don't have money every day. It's fine. The ending to the second one sucked because apparently they didn't know how to end it, so they left it on a cliffhanger. The ending on the second one? The second... Oh, the animated Spider-Man? Silly. Yeah, I remember they set it up for something, and I guess I haven't heard a whisper of a third one coming out. But I don't know, I really liked the fight.
Money! Yeah,
Jericho
baby,
Grant with the
yeah!
$2. Context is a bitch. Yeah, it is. Especially if I live in the past and not pay attention to my fucking super chats like a terrible streamer. No guilt, only donuts. Only donuts.
Money! Yeah, baby,
Wow. Snoopy Diz with a 5. Nyanus doesn't like slice of life because she hates positivity, unlike DSP. That's fucking rude. I like action. I don't know. When action is on the screen, I am mesmerized. It is like, I love it. Whether it's like choreographed live action or animated, I just love dynamic looking stuff. And so most slice of life things just are not dynamic. And I like that even though this is a slice of life, like romance thing, I like how dynamic the art style is. So I'll probably watch it. That's just the way I am. Husbanus loves it. And even my father-in-law is like jealous because like Husbanus and I can sit down and just like watch action movies. Or like we like action movies or comic or comedy. Like it's like one or the other. And like, I don't know. Husbanus lived in a house where it's like his sisters would watch like Gossip Girl and fucking, what is it? Sex in the City? Husbanus has been through it. I know, like, I never watched any of these shows. I was like, wow. Yeah, no, I've always like watched just like sci-fi, action, comedy. I like to have a good time. Positivity. I do love goofy, movies like, like the Scary Movie franchise. I love that shit. There was actually like a really good one. I never even watched Twilight, but Husbanus and I put on Vampires Suck, and I actually was laughing so hard at that movie. I did not expect that. I would never have put that on. Husbanus put it on because he was like, oh, it's by like the same people that make some of these other movies. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I had to tell him at the end, I was like, damn, good fucking call. I just didn't think it would be that funny. I was like, how could anything be funny based off Twilight? I just didn't understand until that. And I was like, oh my God, it's everything. Jericho Grant with the 5. Slice of life is like getting someone eating durian fruit. Exactly. Yawn. When's the next thing gonna happen? Like, you don't really end on a cliffhanger with a slice of life unless they're like, oh, are they gonna give me back my love letter? Like, I don't fucking care. It's not like I haven't watched slice of life. It's just not my top genre. I've definitely watched things that were very slice of lifey. Like, I've put Chobits on and stuff. It's cute. I watched Chobits because I thought that the android girl looked cute. But like the story like did nothing for me. I was like, I guess there was some sad moments where like she was realizing like she was an android and stuff, but not my go-to. Vampires Suck is better than it has any right to be. It's actually one of my like favorite recent movies in that genre, in that vein. It might even be better than some of the scary movies. Like I was shocked at how hilarious that was. Scary Movie is making a comeback. I saw that, and they even have some of the same actresses. That's pretty sick. Chobits bored me. Yeah, it was really boring, but like I just watched it because she was cute. The robot design was kawaii. Kawaii. But it was boring. Like, I don't know. I'm not really into these, like... If a love... And it's weird. Like, I don't really care for romance in movies and film, but I'm, like, very into it in real life. Like, if I know someone, like... I love that Cecil and Juju seem to be a great pair. Like, I have that, like, mom tick in me where I'm like, so when are you getting married? When are you gonna get married? And I feel the same way about Cody and PDH when I see them together. They're so fucking cute. I'm like, oh, when are you gonna get married? Like, it's just how my brain works. You know, even Gundo, I'm always encouraging, you gotta go settle down with a nice woman. Like, I don't know. I do have that going for me, even though I don't like romance movies. The robot girl in Chobits was cute. Yeah, she was cute. Check out Planet Tease. It's a slice of life workplace drama in the science fiction genre. Interesting. Same, not much into the slice of life stuff either. Auntie Nyanus, that's me. Oh, yeah, sure. Booting her up was super sketch. What are we talking about? Oh, Chobits. Ooh. Not Another Teen Movie is also king. Yeah, that is a good one. No Love for 50 Shades of Black, also the same crew. 50 Shades of Black? I didn't even know they made that. The Vampires Suck thing, was it HBO or something? I remember like scrolling past it many times and Husband finally put it on. I was like, damn, what a sleeper. I had no idea. Woman brain, I have heavy woman brain. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'll be super tomboyish and stuff like that. I'm into like men's stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. At the end of the day, still have woman tendency. When you gonna get married? Oh man, watch the trailer. The trailer for what? Oh, I'll get in trouble if I watch that. I can't watch, if it's a movie, I can't watch that. I'll get copyright stricken into the ground. I think the trailer is probably all the best parts, but there's some really good jokes in the trailer. I'll have to look at it off screen. Off stream. Stream. Planet Tease is cool. It's people working in a space station clearing debris orbiting Earth. I kind of like stuff like that. I don't mind like more artsy stuff. I'll just put it on in the background like while I'm working, you know what I mean? Like if it doesn't like, or like if you're ever building model kits or something, it's a great time to have like an anime on in the background. But 50 Shades of Black, yeah, 50 Shades of Black, I'll watch that, but if it's a movie, like I'll get in trouble for watching that on stream. Even the other day, we watched like that news reporting of the Leprechaun. That's also copyright stricken.
Money!
Logic
Yeah,
unfolded
baby,
with the 2
yeah!
for the goal in my head. I win. Everyone's a winner here. I just sit here and look pretty, and you do such a great job. Welcome to the firm. Me mod now. Chat shall burn. Just kidding. You better be. You better be, or I'll fucking... Don't be the one that tumbles this down for everyone else. It brought me such joy the other day that someone actually came in here and was like, what the fuck's with all the mods? Oh, I do it all for this, for that moment. Oh, man. That makes it all worth it. I'm like, this is the moment. This is why I've been doing it. I've been working away at this joke for months. And finally someone came in and said, the fuck is with all the mods here? There's no reason for it. It's just because I can. It's a house of cards. It is funny.
Money!
It's just funny
Yeah,
that, like,
baby, yeah!
again, like, because it's just like this random person shows up and, like, yeah, they don't really look around, but I just imagine someone, like, looking around and being, like, surrounded. What the fuck is going on? I like to turn it around on people. Still just checking. One of these days. Walking into a room full of turrets. For real. I forget I'm a mod. Because being a mod in my chat doesn't actually come with extra duties. Like, you probably should never, or there's really never a reason to use your mod powers. I don't really ban people. So it's just a funny, good excuse to give everyone modship. Since, like, I don't really ban people other than bots, like, you know. And, you know. The last slice of life that you enjoyed was Spy X Family. I saw a lot of people really liked that. I saw some clips. The animation looked really nice. I'm a pepper spray everyone. I never got the time to just sit down and watch it. Wait, what mods? What are you talking about, what mods? There's like a million mods here. You say I don't have enough? That's crazy. My floors are extra clean. Nobody gets banned here, even the animals, of which we all here are all here in Kick. The only people who get banned are bots. There's like ones where it's just like weeaboo, follow boo bot, or whatever the fuck. Those show up once in a while. We are the anti-gay Skynet. Being a mod in chat just gives you a menu of shit to do to other members when you're just trying to tag the person. That is funny. Living life with too much responsibility. It's just like real life in this chat. Things that you didn't ask for, just thrust upon you. Anxiety with the 2. Also Toradora, a great slice of life, short too. I recognize that name. When everyone is a mod, no one is a mod. Shit. I think Spy X Family does count. I don't know though. Is it a bit more action-y? Because, like, aren't they also a spy, like a family of spies? So it's like slice of life, but like following like a very unique slice of life. I was a mod at a time for Portland Andy. I didn't do much. He modded me for complimenting his hair. And then what happened? At a time? Did you, like, get unmodded? What happened? Toradora is your favorite anime rom-com. I'm in YouTube chat. The name colors don't mean anything to me. How dare you? How dare you have a mind of your own? Mods, bots, chat, Nyanus, anxiety, chair, sama, fritter, husbanus. What is this? You're saying mods are the best, then bots, then chat, then me, then anxiety, then chair, sama, then fritter, then husbanus? Or husbanus is the top, and then fritter is the second, and then chair, sama is third, and anxiety is ahead of me? Vagabond, explain yourself. Spy X Family is an action romantic comedy fusion. Fusion! I see. Spy, psychic, and assassin. I'll abuse my power immediately. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with your power? Hopefully just bring more donuts, right? That's all I thought you would do. I don't engage in chat much, so I have no idea who is a mod unless they ban me, and I've never been banned in chat. I don't think you'll ever get banned in this chat either. Unless you, like, pull out all the stops. I don't know what it would take for me to actually ban someone. I guess if they had my docs information and they were spamming that, like, damn. I guess that's the one time. Other than that, can't really think. I also don't engage in chat much, so I have no idea who a mod is. Yeah, I just read that. Gamer words, hello. Hello. I mean, gamer words kind of get filtered out regardless. Like, someone even tried to get really creative in my Kick chat. They were trying to spell the N word with a hard ER, and they were using like 6s as the G's. They put underscores between it, and the Kick AI auto mod just would not let it pass. Yeah, spammers saying horrible stuff. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure people can't even spam in my chat. The chats have like a cooldown on them, or I can set a cooldown. So if someone came in to spam, I could put a cooldown on them. Or I could put them in timeout. I think that's kind of funnier. Because if you put them in timeout and then they come back, they're still there the whole time in timeout waiting. That's kind of like a power move. Put them in the cuck chair. Yeah, cuck chairing is way funnier than banning. Because if they stay in the cuck chair, then they come back to like interact again, and you cuck chair them again. That's kind of fucking priceless. Is there a cooldown? I don't think right now, but I can. It's really easy to set a cooldown, so like people can only chat every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds. But even better is to just we'll just put them on the bench, all right? We'll put them in the cuck chair. If someone ever comes in and they're spamming egregiously, before we ban them, we cuck them, all right? Are there super mods on YouTube? No. I don't have any managing moderators right now. Because when someone becomes a managing moderator, that's when I start paying them. Because I don't believe in having people work for free. Even if it doesn't seem like that crazy of a thing, but like, yeah. So there's no managing mods. That is a paid role that I can't pay for yet. I don't have the fucking funds, you know? But if I ever became a bigger streamer, like I'd be the type of person that I would rather, you know, pay people. Yeah. Spam is delicious. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it is. What? Billy Donuts? Why are you saying that he lies? It is true. Spam is delicious. I love frying spam. Having a fried spam sandwich with mayo, that's like half of the reason I survived college. Or like spam, eggs, and rice. Now spam is expensive. So it's kind of fucked up. At that point, I'd rather buy real meat. But if spam went back down to being like $1 or $2 a can, I would be all over that.
Money! Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Jericho Grant with the 5. Thank you. Someone else recommended me an audio book I haven't read. Someone else recommended... What audio book? You just ate bad spam, probably. Treat. Oh. Nasco with the biddy. Thank you. Hi. Good morning or afternoon. Whoops. And FNK Lunky, who just came in and gifted subs. Absolute boss. I don't understand when people are so generous up front. Like, it breaks my brain. You guys are so cute. You guys are like the cutest. I had a hype train too. That's nutty. I didn't even notice. I'm so stupid. He just showed up with 10 fucking gifted subs though. Speechless. I don't even know what to do. Thank you. And Winter Soldier, thank you for the kick. Everything counts. No free work? No free work. No. I don't like that. I do free work for other people though, so I'm kind of a hypocrite. Like, I wouldn't let Gundam pay me, but I just can't. I would rather not. So like, you know, at some point, if I get big enough to support myself, I want to put aside like a certain percentage, and that percentage is what goes towards paying my quote unquote staff. Like, Anxiety right now is clipping my shit for free, and to make up for that, because he insisted he was having fun, it's his own channel. I don't run it. He runs it. So that way, if he monetizes it, it's his, you know? But like, you know, I still feel like I owe him, because I feel like I've gotten like some growth just because he'll clip my shit from my streams and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Fried spam. Is Naina secretly Filipino? No, I'm not. I did date a Filipino at some point in my life, but I also fried spam before that because it was just like a cheap thing to do. It's like, you know, you just slice it thin, put it in a pan and a little bit of butter, and put that on some toast and or with a rice. I was just cheap. I'm not secretly Filipino. I'm just secretly super cheap. I don't want the money. I know you don't. But I have guilt. I have like some sort of weird guilt that hangs around me. Time is precious, you know? I appreciate people are even just in my chat all the time. I appreciate when I see like the same name. I mean, man, like I feel so fortunate to have made such a fucking community. It's nutty. It doesn't feel real. Like I have like a lot of like weird quirks and anxieties about it. But the one thing I always reflect on with Husbanus is like how lucky I am. I'm like, I feel like such an idiot for continuing to feel a weird anxiety about performing online when I have such a great fucking community. Like, I really want that to go away. I don't think, it might not ever. It might just be who I am. But I feel blessed. Remember, Nyanus is a light-skinned black chick with cornrows. What? Yes. Imagine. Was the Filipino I dated named Filian? Perhaps. No, I don't know where Filian is. Don't ask me. Nah, you supported Gundo. That's enough for me. And lately, I haven't really been helping him. I've been too busy with my own life, and I've even apologized to him for that. But he's like, I mean, what can you do? But I haven't really helped him out in the past little while. Shh. I don't know if I'm a good person. I think everyone's got flaws, right? I don't know. I'm just understanding of people's time. People's time Time is money. I think that's not just a saying. It's kind of true. You know, even if it's not a lot of money, it doesn't matter. There's like something you could be doing with your time. There's always something. I think you're cool. I think you're cool. I think y'all are fucking cool. Nathan Fillion, the Filipino. Isn't Fillion's a girl? You'd be much bigger if you didn't have the weird hang-ups about receiving donos. I know. And Cody tries to like help me out with that too. He's like, why are you like this? I don't know. We talked about it a bit on his stream, when I was on Cody's stream, and I was just like, I don't know. Like technically, like that's the right thing to do, to have goals every day and stuff, but I don't know. Been a Gundo watcher for a fat minute. He's a great guy. He's actually so nice. You're cool as fuck. Yeah, you are. Jerry D. You're over 9,000, or you're just at 9,000, I guess. I love it here. I love you, Billy Donuts. You get brought up in my household too. Like when I brought donuts home, Husbanus was like, tell Billy Donuts that we're eating donuts. Fillion is a Filipino boy? Really? Are you guys like gaslighting me? I thought Fillion was a girl this whole time. Oh, I see. A GIRL, guy in real life. Cody strips for cash. Yeah, he does. I'm always like, you're like a stripper. You're a stripper. You take your clothes off for money. You know what though? I actually really, like, as much as I joke with him about that, I actually find that amazing. Like, you're balancing the scales here. Because everyone's always like, women have it so easy online because they can just take off their clothes and be hoes, blah, blah, blah. And Cody is like, so can we, bitches. I think that's pretty fucking respectable. I actually like that a lot. As much as I rip on him, just because I say things doesn't mean I mean anything by it. He just has a good sense of humor. He reminds me of like talking to my brothers or like men that I've met in my life. Like they can take a fucking joke. He calls me short all the time, or I call him short all the time, and he calls me ugly. Like, and like, I love it. I would not change a thing. The Hafrican with the $2. Some penny dollars to support the yapping. Thank you. I do enjoy this chat and listening to your perspectives. Keep up the good work, Pink Cat. Thank you, Vagabond. My perspective is basically like it's almost like a hippie's perspective. Like to the most, of course people are bad people. There's bad people out there, but for the most part, you should just try and be a good person to people around you. I think that's my favorite teaching from like going to church, and I think it's my biggest takeaway of being Catholic my whole life is just like, you know, respecting the people around you, treating people the way you want to be treated, like trying to do things in a way that Jesus might have done things, like, and you'll never fully get there and you're never going to fully be perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but it's okay. You just got to try your best, you know? Sometimes you have like a little fuck up, you get a little upset and angry at things and you make mistakes. But, you know, because I feel like I've definitely made a handful of mistakes in the past little while, but what are you going to do? You can't change the way things happened, and as much as some of the mistakes were my own doing, I do recognize that other people played a role in like fanning the flames, but you know, I'm back to being chill. Being kind is free, makes things better in general. It's just like, dude, life is stressful enough too. Like, I really do believe in like mitigating things. I get heated when I talk about things on stream, but I leave them there. Like, I don't bring it with me. I'm not stressed out about the world and stuff when I'm doing my own thing. Like, you know, when I'm done stream, I'm doing my own shit. Cat girl, I'm the pink one, the one who yaps. Pink. I'm here but stuck at work, so can't type much. That makes sense. I think most of my watchers are people who watch while they do stuff at work, which is how I also used to watch streams. So I understand that not everyone can type all the time. And that's also why I try to do yap streams instead of video game streams, because I think that's what my audience looks for during this time of day. Logic Unfolded with the 2. All the pennies add up. Yeah, they do. I don't believe in like... I love when DSP's just like, that's not enough. Like, dude, what? People can sit there for free. Giving anything is an option. If someone, like, it's like if someone walked by on the street and said, take this $1. No, I want you to have it. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to just be like walking down the street and someone's like, hey, take this $5. You're like, holy crap. Like, I don't know. Like, what a blessing. Like, what an absolute crazy world. Like, my dad doesn't really understand it. When I tell my dad that I've been making income online by talking to people, like, I don't think he believes me fully. And how he does seem to believe me a bit more now is because I did slip up and I told my uncle about what I was doing. And like, he's totally supportive. Like, you know, I don't know why I don't tell people things. But he's been totally supportive. And I think it's validified the fact that I've actually been doing something. So we like VTubers who yap. But if you were juggling or something, I could... You want me to learn how to juggle? Is that what you need from me? Phil is an entitled e-beggar. Yeah, just talking about Phil made me want to pull up this clip. Also, like, look how many interactions this has. This actually cracks me up. I don't know why it cracks me up when people make bank off of, like, DSP. After wasting 20 minutes slamming his head into a boss with nothing but starter gear, Phil concludes that Crimson Desert is not a good game and rage quits. Let us indulge.
What am I playing this for? No, really. What am I playing this for? I don't have to play this. The game is awful. Yeah, I'm sure that's why I fucking did it. The game sucks. That now that you actually got to the first point in the game where you actually have to fight for real, the game is terrible. That is just atrociously bad.
Oh, look it. And the animals on Kick haven't given him a fucking dime. Oh, it's cut off. The top of my thing gets cut off. Top Kicks is just a question mark.
There's nothing fun about that game engine at all. When you fight regular enemies, they're all weaklings. You hold a trigger and you murder hundreds of enemies in a row. Then you get to a boss and none of your fucking attacks do anything. Fuck this game.
Fuck this game.
Really? Well, let's do quick.
Yeah, Asmon had fun. He played till midnight. I saw he was on super late because I went to Rumble to watch Cecil, and I saw Asmon was streaming there as well. And he looked like such a little gremlin. Like, the lights were out and his eyes were all beady and shiny catching the light. And I was like, damn. And this is the game he was playing? That's so funny. I heard that this game was good. I heard that people were enjoying it. But I guess not if you don't know how to play a game. When Asmon goes that late, he's having a blast, right? Also, I wish his stream game list was not cropped. I see Five Nights at Freddy's. He's got a pretty short list. That's it? There's got to be more. He's got to be uncategorized. He's got Crimson Desert, Capcom Fighting Collection, American Truck Simulator, Alt F4, Egging On, Dino Blade Demo, Dragon Quest, Five Nights at Freddy's, 2, 3, and 4, some extra stuff, Five Nights at Freddy's, Grand Theft Auto, Left 4 Dead, Mega Man Legacy Collection, 1 and 2, Mugenics, Peggy Pug Time? Poppy Pug Time? Poppy Playtime? It's very blurry, sorry. Plants and Zombies, Slay the... I can't even read that one. Slay the Spire 2, Stardew Valley, Street Fighter, 30th Anniversary Street Fighter 6, Sudoku, Super Battle Golf, there's a gun in the office. That's the whole list. He finished RE Requiem. He did? DSP did? Or Asmongold? I bet he never buys Steam games on sales. Probably not. This seems like a really short list, but it says uncategorized. He must have some things categorized. There's no way that's the only games he has being a streamer. Doesn't seem like enough. For someone who always needs money, he sure has all the new games. Dude, he has all the new stuff. He's always buying new peripherals and objects for his stream. And, like, $300 gaming, like a... Fuck, what do you call that? A joystick. He was looking at joysticks and, like, gaming... Fight stick. You know, when it has, like, the buttons on the side like it's an arcade. He was looking at one, it was $300. I've been like putting off, I keep peaking my microphone. It's because I don't have it hooked up to anything that controls it. I don't have any like thing. I don't even know what to call it. Everyone else seems to have one. Gundam has some really fancy one because he's like an audiophile. But I just need some sort of receiver for it, and I've just been putting it off because I didn't want to spend the money. Lots of other expensive things in life. DSP had a Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy, it's Phil. Virtual Phil. I think DSP has embraced his lolcowness and just rage baits more. It feels that way. But then at the same time, like, you know what would be amazing is if it comes out that he's one of his own clip channels. The clip channels that are clipping him out of context, like he was doing it the whole time. He has a menu fetish, fast food, Amazon, Steam. He gets giddy browsing where to spend other people's money. But like, what if like one of these channels getting a lot of views was actually him the whole time? And that's why he keeps bragging that he makes bank, because he's actually been clipping himself the whole time. Gundo's a what-o file? A booty file. An amp, a mixer, yeah. A mixer. I don't have one of those things where I can like adjust my stuff on the fly. Because you inevitably, like, the way I'm sitting today is different than all my other days. So, like, I feel like I'm getting closer to the microphone and yelling into it. Equalizer. You're an audio engineer by trade. I watch VTubers while I work. Okay, KD Astronaut, do you know what is a good priced, well-working equalizer that I could get for a reasonable price? I've looked on Amazon, and I'm actually overwhelmed with how many choices there are. And there's a lot of, like the Chang Chong name and stuff. And that sounds really racist, but I remember I say this because my friend once had a TV and it was literally called Chang Chong. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. And now I refer to anything that has like a weird, strange name as a Chang Chong. Which just brings out the bigot in me, I guess. But if you have any suggestions, which is kind of asking a lot because you have to go out of your way, but like I'm trying to get one. I don't want to spend over $200, but I also don't want to get something that's going to break. You know what I mean? If I do have to spend more money to get something that will never die, I think I would rather do that than like spend $70. Like if I have to go up to 200 to know it'll never die, that would be Gucci Prada. I think 300 is the absolute top I could ever pay for something like that. If you have any suggestions, I appreciate it. I would prefer 50 to 100, but I also understand like quality, time, you know. If I do this for a long time, I'll get my money's worth. And I do make money here, right? So like my last payout coming out, like I usually get around like $1,000 to $2,000 payout. So like I'm at the point where I should reinvest again, you know. The last thing I bought myself for the stream was my iPhone, which was $200 to capture my lady, because previously I was using my tablet. And I've got a nice little arm that it sits on. Husband has got me this microphone recently. It's very fancy. But yeah, I just don't have anything to control it with. It's so fancy, it's got like no controls on it. It's just got two things on the bottom. I took all of my willpower not to ask if his wife's name was Chu Chang. Jesus. I want to be a ninja. You can be a ninja. Sennheiser makes a decent cheap equalizer. I recognize that name too. I think... No, that's not what these ones are. Was that one of my headphones? I think I had headphones that were like that were wired. Thank you for the recommendation. I did have headphones that were Sennheiser. That's exactly what it is. They are a good company. Would the Shure MVX2U work talking to audio expert? Oh, so not me. Sorry, I'm shopping now. I'm DSPing you guys right now. Holy crap, these are expensive. I'm gonna have to save up. Or find something cheaper. Pick up a used one for like 20 bucks. I don't mind buying used things. Like this is like a used iPhone I picked up to do this. I went back as many generations as I could. It's crazy that a used iPhone this old is like fucking 200 bucks still. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. My phones have been like used most of my life. I'm not a princess. Just followed. Thanks for the follow. You use an old Astro Mixer DAC that came with the PlayStation package 10 years ago. You know what? Used is a great way to get good stuff, but it is shocking that some people have... I do notice it a problem more recently, is that people ask a lot for fucking used items. Like, sometimes it'll just be like a little bit less than new, and I'm like, at what point do I just not get a new one? So there are times where that happens, but I don't think it would be like that for audio equipment. You hear fine is pretty good. Fine. Gaming should be done on weekends. I agree. Invest into stream. I agree. I do need to. I need to invest back into it. That's what I'll do with my next payout, which should be hitting my bank account sometime soon. YouTube pays out between the 20th and the 24th. So I'll just suck it up and get something so I stop fucking raping your ears. Graping your ears. I realize I'm not allowed to say that word. Oh my god. I hate it because like I feel like common speech gets wrapped up in all of these like moderations. Like, you know, like I'm not actually doing anything. I'm not sticking anything in your ears. It's a fucking phrase. I will buy iPhones 1 generation old from Apple. I try not to buy used ones because I've had refurbished phone fail when I was overseas and that really sucked. That does suck. Ah, my graped ears. Oh, my bad, Nyannis. I forgot to mention, not new. I get gear from sites like Z Sounds.
Daddy, chill.
Ooh. He's giving me all the sweet tricks of the trade. Z Sounds. Z Sounds, your music gear store. Heyo. Computer audio. That's me. MIDI interfaces? Mixing surfaces and controllers. Oh, wow, these all look so cool. Excuse me? There's nothing that shows my address here yet. No, yeah, because I don't even have an account. Guys, look how fucking cool these things are. The prices are astounding, but I don't need anything this crazy. I need something smaller, just very basic. Just look how cool they look, though. I love stuff like this. I liked going into sound recording. Sometimes I got to go to the sound recording studio for work. Oh yeah, see, here's one that we're getting more affordable, $249. And it's smaller. I still need like smaller yet, I would say. Wow. They're all so cool though. The buttons and knobs. Hooey! Hooey! That's money. Holy money. Look at them all. Most popular. Look at, now we're DSP, we're just shopping. You also noticed the Nyannis emotes were gone? What? 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 My emotes? I still see them. I have noticed a lot of people trying to sell other sorts of used stuff for basically the same price as new, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. There used to be like it's like back in the day of garage sales, you would get stuff for cheap all the time. Now, like with the internet, people like look up the prices of things and they're like, well, I only used it for a bit. I'll take like 70 bucks off. Like no one, when I was selling my push lawnmower, I was like shocked. I like looking around, like so many people were charging like full price for the fucking thing. I'm like, I can get this brand new in box for $600 and you guys are asking like 500 for it. It was so weird. Like, huh? I mean, I didn't even get I got my push lawnmower for free cuz I used to have an electric push lawnmower and then my neighbor moved and was like, "Do you want this?" And he gave me like a Honda. He gave me a Honda lawnmower. So, well, all I did, I was like, I sold the lawnmower I got for free. So maybe that's why I didn't care. But I sold it for like $250. Some old man bought it and was so grateful because he like couldn't push his lawnmower anymore and it had like such a great motor to pull it forward. He couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, boy. You only get the emotes if you have a membership. Oh, yeah. There's no free ones? They don't give anything out for free? Schmancy mower. You also have a push lawnmower? I did for the longest time, but I inherited my dad's John Deere. Do. These all look like so much. Like I need like half of the size of these things. They're fun to look at though. I love looking at tech. Just because I look doesn't mean I have to buy it, you know? I just like looking. I love that they just look all so much fun to touch. Not a single free emote. DS penis. Is there no way to get it? Seriously? I'm pretty sure that's on YouTube, or can I even give you guys free emotes? On some, like on Twitch and stuff, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to give free emotes out. We have technology. Ugh. It's ridiculous how greedy people can be. Used is used. It's ridiculous people are trying to charge close to new or above new prices. It's really egregious if you look, Husbanus and I were just looking around on eBay for used, like, Mac laptops. Like, that's one of the most egregious ones. It's like, what? This is fucking used. Look but don't touch, right? I probably, like, if anything, though, I might get something off of a website like that just because they have great returns if things break, but I could see that I'd just get one of the cheaper ones there. Jericho Graham with the 2 got a good load from Liberal, Kansas to Oakland, California. You got a load? Time to hit the road with your load? Free emotes in this economy? There's a standard set of emotes, but fancy pink cat emotes are for members. Ooh, wee, wow, wow. On Twitch, you can get some emotes just for following, I thought. But I guess on YouTube, it's not set like that. I forget. I forget myself. Sometimes I forget myself. Oh, I'm in agony, guys. I am in agony. What else do I got? This was crazy. I don't even watch sports, but I was like, I hope they kicked this fucking guy out. There's no way. This, like, it should have been AI. When did this happen, too? I don't know when this happened. I feel like one of you will be like, that happened years ago. I don't even know. I don't watch enough sports. Or is this recent? Yankee fans will do anything to beat the Dodgers. Look at this thing. Look at this.
Back at Dodger Stadium. And yeah, Bet says that ball in his glove, and this fan literally tries to take his glove off. Pries the ball out of there.
The ball went flying away.
Back at Dodger Stadium. And yeah, Bet says that ball.
Like, what? It's like, I guess he was trying to take the ball, you know, and then the ball just, like, flies away. But, like, look at him. Look at his double chins. What is going on? Why is she helping him? I don't understand that part of baseball, to steal the ball from a player. Is he going to resell it? Like, it's got to be, like... Are these things worth a lot of money? Like, what if it's not a very big game? I couldn't imagine it being worth a lot of money if it wasn't like a championship or something. Like, it's just a ball at a game.
Pries the ball out of there. A for effort. Back at Dodger Stadium.
So weird. Fan interference is an out anyways. Yeah, what? Give me that shit. It's such a... Look at his face. Like, I can't get over, like, what a weird person. Why is he so fucking weird? How are you not embarrassed, man? Like, what?
At Dodger Stadium. And yeah, that
It's
says
just
it
wild
all.
that,
His
like,
glove
someone
off.
comes
His
in to
fan
help him at some
literally
point.
Tries to take his glove off. Pries the ball out of there.
Some guy comes over and, like, helps, too. It's so weird. It's so weird. New Yorkers try not to be insufferable. Challenge impossible. I'm going to tell that to Gundam. No, but I just, like, this fucking broke my mind when I saw this. I was like, how is this even... What? How do you even get to this point? How do you become this person? Look at him! The childish glee the whole time. He doesn't give up, too. You think at some point, like... You know, around here, after you've held his hand for a bit and you clearly don't have the ball, you'd think you just let go. But he doesn't. Like, he holds on. It's so weird. It's so weird. Humans are a higher life form. Sports fan, you what? You what? Sports fan says, hold my beer. I'll bring the whole human race down to its fucking knees. To its knees. I don't really have much else to say other than this is fucking nuts. Like, how do you become this person? What steps in life led him to this point? It's just, I have so many questions. Too much gabagool. Man's used to gripping balls. Ayo. This is common in sports. Make it stop. They definitely threw him out for that. Thank God. That's a New Yorker for you. That's a New Yorker. That's a New Yorker straight from New York. This was like, I don't know, this is kind of old at this point. It's something that I definitely meant to get to a couple days ago, but didn't. Or I guess like 2 days ago. Everything seems like forever ago on the internet, and it's like 2 days ago. When I see activists doing stuff, I don't want to see them sitting on roads and gluing their hands to paintings or whatever the fuck they've been doing. This, to me, I'm like, if you're going to be a fucking liberal activist, this is what I want to see from you. Activists stormed into a Wisconsin beagle farm and took 23 dogs, resulting in several arrests. They do like a lot of experiments on beagles, and I don't know why. Why'd they pick beagles? They're so sweet. They're so loving. And like, can we not get like sex offenders or something? Because like sometimes you hear stories and it's like they break the dog's legs just to like try out medications for them to like for painkillers and stuff. Like, can we do that to like PDFs? Like just break their legs and do some tests on them instead of dogs? Instead of beagles?
Schnauzers, we're schnauzers.
It's because they're so nice, they're less likely to bite when abused. That's really sad. My Frittercini was an abused beagle. Like, there are, like, if there aren't places like this that use beagles for experiments, there's places that raise beagles to be, like, hunting dogs, and if they don't really make the cut, they just kind of, like, let them go or whatever. Like, I don't know. Strange. And, like, that's what Fritter is. Like, he came from Ohio. He came from, like, a breeder that was overbreeding and then just, you know, abusing the dogs and or just, like, cutting them loose. But, yeah, look at these absolute bamps. Take those puppies. Look at them. They're so innocent. They're just, like, young beagles, too. Look at them all. Dude, that's so sad. Free them. Puppies.
Thank you.
Poor beagles, though I personally don't care for them. I hate people who abuse animals. Like, yeah, why? Like, why? It just takes like a certain level of evil to abuse an animal. Puppers, free the puppers. Free them. Now this is activism. This is the activism I want to fucking see. Look at the puppo. No, he cute. Who could hurt them?
Save the dogs. Save the dogs. Save the dogs. Save the dogs. Save the dogs.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to be arrested,
One person, Cheryl.
Sure.
Did you know that Aspen is starting a bald eagle rescue? Are you serious? That's so funny because of bald. Just crazy. It's sad, man. Why are we testing on beagles? That's funny. Going through the comment section, so many people are saying similar things. You know what? If leftists were just out here doing this kind of thing, I could be convinced at least and unconcerned with what they were doing. Fauci needs to have his vocal cords cut and his face head eaten by flies until he is bubbled, not sorry. I knew a lady who worked in a biomedical research place that used dogs like this. She told me that they would break their legs and see which drugs made their pain the best. That was the type of research they're doing, to anyone wondering. I don't side with the vegans often, but I'm with them on this one. Now that's something I want to see an activist doing, not retards gluing their hands to the road for a fake crisis. Right? No matter what side you are on, I support private property, but fuck the breeders, save the puppies. Right? So many people are willing to like put rules aside for the dogs. They're like, private property rights, yes. You can't steal goods, yes, but you can't abuse animals. Fauci did this. This is something that happened under Fauci. It didn't happen before him. Charlie was rescued from a UW research lab. He lived 18 years and ruled the world, but his world at least. Aww. My brother's beagle was named Charlie. And also, Husbanus's family had a dog that was a beagle named Charlie. Why is Charlie such a beagle name? What's up? Is he starting one? I remember Aswin featured a reel about the bald eagle population going down due to chemicals negatively affecting them. Our beagle is named May. Aww. It probably happened before and after. He was just famous for it. I see, I see. Why isn't it illegal to use dogs for medical research? In this case, I would say that the crime was justified. No, because like it's just like there's so many other like why don't you test on like mice and rats before dogs? Like I don't know, like it's kind of weird. It's weird to you're testing on like a higher life form with like intelligence, and like some rats even have intelligence, to be honest. But like mice and rats are just known to be like that's fodder. Like that's what animals eat, you know? That's crazy. I have no respect for anyone who harms animals, same. And again, too, there's like PDFs ripe for the taking. Why are you going to test on like sweet, innocent dogs that just love you unconditionally instead of like, I don't know, a child predator? Put them to use. My parents have a little brown dog that's technically a beagle. Her name is Josie and she loves TV. That's cute. The Hassan testing facilities. PDFs are close enough to be human that the results will be good. Exactly. Exactly. They're almost human, kind of. Your wife had a Pomeranian named Charlie? If I had a Pomeranian, I would call it Nugget. Yeah, rapists and murderers, too. Yeah, there's a whole list of people you could use. before you use dogs. Be-do-do-ba-ba. Any of you guys have plans for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend? I love beagles. Me too. You miss your pet rat, Sid. Yeah, rats can be really clever. Rats do have intelligence. I think mice are better to use in the first place for testing. Yeah, because again, mice are just, like, they're dumb. They're dumb little creatures. They don't really seem to have much going on. I've saved a lot of mice from my cat growing up. And, like, yeah, they're cute. They're cute, don't get me wrong. Beetle eyes and everything. But those things were just made to be eaten. Same with rabbits. You know, a lot of rabbits, they don't got much going on. They are a snack to predators for a reason. Finally, job again. I'll be on call for the weekends now. You got a volleyball tournament Saturday? Oh, nice. Do you play volleyball, or do you like coach it, or do you referee it? Virtual Maid Mew, you're trying to finish Yakuza 5, might up 100%ing the game. That's fucking sick. Shroom and Right, and then also laundry. Oh, yeah, the dreaded laundry. Grilling and beer. That's American as fuck. You want to go to the range this weekend? That would be nice. I threw out your back. You threw out your back at work. You no longer have weekend plans. Your plan is to rest. That makes sense. Zero Cinder, if I had a Pomeranian, I would name it the Oncoming Storm. Virtual Maid, you're going to try more Pokepia? Some people seem to really like that game. Aw, you're taking your son out for Pokemon cards in the Air Force Museum? Win. This is a tournament that you'll be playing, but you do also coach. Nice. Whenever I see a Pomeranian, I think of Gundo yelling at Fluffy like a Yiddish grandfather. But Fluffy isn't a Pomeranian. She's a miniature... Why am I gapping on this? Heck. You're taking your son fishing this weekend? That's cute. Rabbits' intelligence is comparable to cats and dogs. I mean, I'm talking about if you go outside and you see the rabbits that exist, like, just out and about, like, not pet rabbits, like, just the brown rabbits that exist, they're dumb as nails. I've had pet rabbits before, and those can be clever, but the ones out and about, they're dumb as nails. Like, I've been walking my dogs once, and a rabbit started trying to, like, run away from me, and it just kept running in front of us. Like, dude, if I let my dogs off the leash, they would have caught it. It's like dumb rabbit. Gonna do some hood rat shit with your friends on motorcycles on Sunday. Hell yeah. You're gonna finish off a One Piece arc. You're on episode 490. Is the chair working? Not right now, no. Sorry. The chair is dead. The chair you once loved is dead. Shankatsu with the 50 Ps. I have a Maltese who's really good at smiling. Fluffy is not a Chihuahua. No. Your pet Lop would preen me if I overslept and she was hungry. Bunnies are adorable. They are. They are. They're cute. But some of them are dumb as nails. My last girlfriend had a Pom named Coffee, which was funny because her grandma had a thick Mexican accent, so she called him Coochie. You know, I think what it is that if you have an animal and it's domesticated, they tend to be smarter. Like, they just tend, like, because they're domesticated. Like, you know, they're used to humans, and they'll start to act in a way and open up to you in a way that is different. But the ones that are just wild, it's not even the same program those things are running. Fluffy is the alpha dog in that house? Yes. Fluffy runs the house. I'll call him Nibbler. 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 What is... I think Fluffy is a miniature Eskimo dog. I'll call him Sir Bigglesworth. Fluffy is an adorable Fiesta ball of cotton. She is. She's bossy. She knows what she likes. Pigs are closer to people genetically and make more sense to use them. They are. They are closer. But if you think about it, rapists and child abusers and murderers, they're kind of like pigs in a way. And they're genetically close to people. So many people don't like pugs and call them ugly. I think they're adorable. They are adorable. My only thing with pugs is I feel bad we've bred them to be fucking useless. Like, they have so many breathing problems, and they'll have teeth problems, and you'll have to get teeth removed and stuff like that. And it's because we've, like, bred them to have such a short snout. It makes me sad. You think Fluffy is a mutt? She might be. Dildo Shaggins, your weekend plans? You're taking a chick to a metal gig in an abandoned warehouse. Not sure if it's going to go beyond the last week, but you want to go out if it ends with a bang. Yeah, it should be fun. Don't be so negative, though. I feel like stuff like that, it comes across in relationships. You shouldn't be like this. You should be more positive. Live life in the moment. What happens, happens. You know what I mean? You gotta stay positive. And that's coming from a pretty negative person. But there's a time and place to be positive. And you would also reduce crime at the same time. It's a win-win. It's a win-win, baby. Bred to look like in a permanent state of existential crisis. The pug. Yeah, I love pugs. My sister-in-law has a pug. It's so funny. It's got so much personality. It's so hilarious. But yeah, she's always like... I have a pug. He's a pain in the ass. I'm glad he's not mine. Yeah, the pug in my family is a pain in the ass too. Like, it'll constantly try to get up on the table and things like that. A miniature husky is called an Alaskan Klee Kai. Maybe that's what... I'm pretty sure there's like a breed called the American Eskimo dogs. And there's like a miniature breed of that dog. And that's what Fluffy is. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Confidence is very attractive. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's a very, very important thing to bring to a relationship. You have to bring some sort of confidence. It's like, you know, and you can still have like your own personal worries and stuff like that, but like you should be confident about yourself. I'm not a big fan of small dogs. In my experience, big dogs are more mellow. They are, generally. Not so much Atlas. Atlas is like a big baby. I think Atlas thinks he's like 10 pounds. Atlas acts like he's a chihuahua. He crushes. Pugs and British bulldogs disgust me. Disgust me. I'll put Christopher in the Thunderdome with anxiety. Only one can come out. We'll see if pugs are amazing or not based on who wins. You're a fan of pugs that are crossbreeds. They live longer. We're all negative Nancy's here. Oh, shit. I love Atlas, too. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. I might have to wind it down again. I'm not going very long these days, but I'm in pain. It hurts to sit down. I'm sitting on a weird angle, and I can feel like my back isn't happy. So I should probably just like dip. I don't think there's much else I wanted to talk about. I was thinking about not even showing up, but I wanted to talk about Chuck Norris because I was sad, and I wanted to grieve with you guys and talk about Chuck Norris. Don't feel pressured to stay. Take care of yourself. Yeah, I will. It just sucks. I feel weak and lame, but I mean, it is what it is, and I'm suffering to some extent. Could be worse, but it is what it is. And it's going to be another short stream today. And I'll see you guys either over the weekend or on Monday. Because I'm a little bitch. That's right, a little bitch. That's all I'll ever be. because I can't take it anymore. I gotta run with my tail between my legs. Bye. Sorry to end it so abruptly again. It's almost unwomanlike of me that I can end things so quickly. I say I gotta go, and then I'm within the next 5 minutes I'm gone.
Animals in Primalandia, Liver King, not feeling so Liver King like today. I look Liver King like though. Looks, that's what matters. Charlatan version of me used to say. But what really matters, and what's stronger than time, principles. So, just wanted to give a quick update that you don't get ready for the storm or war when war presents itself. You're always ready. Always. Even when you don't feel good. That's why you still look good. Because if you look good, and it's not just decorative, more to the tribe. Yeah, boy, fist bump pound, what do we do? Lock it down. King time.